Matt and Dave here with you today to cover the summer event that everyone is talking about. That is, of course, Mux Launch Week. Not to be confused with the Olympics, which, Dave, did you really not watch any of it?
Haven't seen any of the Olympics. I did see all of the reactions from what happened at the Olympics. Truly probably missed out here, but what I didn't miss out on is Mux Launch Week, which happened all week this week.
It's been a marathon and a sprint at the same time.
It's also been a breakdance.
Monday was DRM day. Tuesday was all about how we can help you control costs. Wednesday was talking about our data product and the updates there. And then Thursday was all about AI.
Let's dive right in. On Monday, we went through the launch of our public beta of Mux's DRM solution. DRM, what is it all about, Matt?
So we've had ways of like protecting your content. And typically that's been, through like signing keys or, being able to restrict who can access your content. But that was just being able to like stream the video. So if you give the URL to somebody else, it would stop working after 30 minutes or something like that because it was a time-based token that you had. DRM takes that one step further, and now it's actually the content itself is encrypted. If you tried to record your screen, say to share a clip of the Olympics with somebody else, maybe to put a GIF in a video, the screen would just be black and you wouldn't be able to see it anymore. If you tried to like Zoom share something, it stops people from restreaming your content, being able to just like rip it directly off your site, things like that. It's that next step for content protection on top of just like who can stream your video.
Yeah, I was listening to Darius's live stream a few weeks back, and one of the ways that he framed it too is when you're creating an application or when you have a service, you want to make sure that the content is being played back as designed and not necessarily in environments that are coined unsafe. And I liked that framing because it does consider a little bit more of the design and the intent behind where the video content is being produced and played back rather than just the whole thought of like, well, we don't want people ripping our stuff, so let's block it. And I think that there's these moments as well where as developers, we can kind of get it. Like we understand when it's working or when it would make sense for our use case, our situation. And there was this moment during that live stream where Jason had sort of realized there was a good fit there. And maybe we should just cut to that and play that.
Do you see the video, Jason? Because our live stream viewers do not, which I believe is the point.
I hear it, but I don't see it. And I don't know. I don't know what's on this video.
Oh, you think the video might just be white?
I don't know. I don't know what's in it. So,
or maybe because you're screen recording.
Is it because I'm screen recording? Okay, let me stop sharing my screen. And it came back. Oh, no way.
DRM is keeping you from sharing that video.
No, that's so dope. Okay, so it did in fact work.
Then we were on to Tuesday, which was all about saving people money, which is cool. So we released our cold storage to general availability, or at least talked about releasing it to general availability again, and how to save up to 60% on your storage bill with a simple click of a button in your dashboard, which is really cool. I don't like how many times I said really cool.
It's cool. This might even be cold.
Ooh.
Yeah, and we have lots of updates available for Mux Player on iOS and Android that Emily is here to tell you about.
Hi, I'm Emily, and I'm on the Player and SDKs team here at Mux, and I'm here to talk to you about the 1.0 release of Mux Player for Android and iOS. One of the things that I'm most excited about with the new GA release is that we're including a transparent caching layer, which allows you to store small amounts of videos on the disk as they're being played. This is great for short-form video experiences, maybe like an Instagram Reels or like a TikTok, where people watch these short-form looping videos. Every time your user reaches the end of the video and goes back to the beginning, you may potentially have to pay to have that video delivered again from your CDN. If we can store that video locally on the device for a short period of time, then the user can watch it as many times as they want, and it's the same cost to you as if they only watched it once. We were able to optimize the developer experience for the Android and iOS players essentially just by building a thin wrapper on top of players that you already use. So Media 3 and Exo Player for Android and AV Player for iOS. And our wrapper provides simple to use, like transparent quality of life and cost optimizations for our users. Not only are you still mostly using the player APIs that you already know, but you get some of Mux Video's more advanced features. That's it for me. Back to you, Dave and Matt.
And shout out to Emily from the player team for giving us that quick update. Sometimes pricing can be a little tricky on how to figure out what all these different levers are and how it's going to add up for your costs. And I love that we have an offering available that can kind of compress everything into a single monthly payment, $10 a month on the starter plan for $100 of Mux usage. And we have this clip of Chris talking about how the starter plan works for him.
I looked at it and immediately thought, no way that's real. And I think that's a good thing when you look at pricing, right? A lot of my use case is clipping and just video processing and not really streaming. Most of our people that generate clips, they're going to download them and upload them to social, wherever they go. So, not having anything where we're paying for things that we like, oh, darn, I wish I didn't pay for that. It's all like perfectly placed.
Wednesday was data day. What did rugby have to do with data day? Well, on Wednesday, we shared the case study that we did with TF1, and they have something to do with rugby on their side, where they're supporting the World Cup of Rugby. What we did with them is we have the data monitoring set up in place to make sure that the quality of experience for all of the streams that are going on their side are up to the expectations of their viewers. It's all worth reading about in more detail on the case study.
We also talked about the work that we've done around error categorization, including our blog post on non-fatal errors. Cut to a clip of Todd singing.
Categorize those errors, yeah. Gotta love Todd.
What we didn't have for a long time was the ability to discern between an error that was fatal for a stream, so like actually meant that somebody had to stop watching the content, or like a transient error that the player is throwing to say something's not quite right here, but the user would never see that. And those are two very different levels as a customer if you're thinking about how to make your data actionable and how to think about what your team should focus on. You definitely want to spend more time on those fatal errors and those non-fatal errors. So now in the dashboard, in the data dashboard, you can split those up. So you can see the difference between the two and spend more time with your team focusing on what really matters.
The last thing we talked about on Wednesday was our upcoming trip to IBC in Amsterdam. Is it? Where is IBC?
It's in Amsterdam.
Oh, what a guess. Okay, great. And we're not going empty-handed, folks. We're bringing ice cream. We're bringing coffee. We're bringing some of our best employees. And we're bringing some new swag. I have no idea if we're bringing new swag. But maybe it's coming.
No, we have a sick new t-shirt. We got coloring books. Oh, yeah. We're bringing at least one of the sick new t-shirts.
Everybody that is going from Mux will be wearing a t-shirt.
If you want one, book a meeting. And you can just shoot me an email with your size and I'll bring one in my bag. In this space of silicon dreams where nothing's ever as it seems, I am the avatar, a fleeting guide in the digital realm where we reside.
Matt, is that you?
This is meat space me. In digital world, I don't know how to feel about this anymore.
Yeah, ultimately it's all pixels. There's light flashing at me. My whole career is based on me pressing buttons.
No, I am very online, but I am not as online as that purely digital representation of me that was generated by one of our customers, Tabis. Tabis.io if you want to learn more about their product. We're seeing AI is getting wild right now, especially in how we're seeing people use that with video and their video workflows. Dylan's been playing Robot Chef for the last couple of weeks, so we're going to toss it over to him to talk about what he's been cooking up.
Thursday was AI Day, which was super fun. First Star put out a post about building AI-powered interactive video transcripts with Mux Player. Go check that out. And then we added a new section to our docs around AI workflows. And it's all done in an AI, a large language model agnostic way. So whether you're using your own model or you're using Claude or you're using OpenAI, you can kind of integrate any of your AI-powered large language model with Mux. And we walked through the steps to do that. First was generating chapters for your video. And it seems like all the videos out there, at least the longer form videos on the internet now, people expect to have chapter markers. And you can do that with Mux Player. And then automatic translation and dubbing. So we walked through a few steps on how to do that. And the last one was summarization and tagging. So if you have a bunch of videos in your library, maybe even they're user-generated videos, now with AI, you can kind of have an easy way to organize them, summarize them, tag them, and then based off that, you can do something like build a recommendation engine or sort them and organize them in ways that make sense for your product. I'm really excited about this AI stuff because it's all evolving so quickly. There's probably about 1,000 more things we can do with AI. So this will be something we're constantly iterating on and growing our list of AI workflows. If you are doing something cool with Mux and AI, we'd love to hear about it so we can learn about your use case and show other people how to do it too. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Dylan. So yes, I know we covered a lot here, but this isn't even everything. There's a lot more that you can find in our blog and other resources that we've shipped in the last couple months. You can go see me chat with Nick from Uscreen about the work they've been doing in using Mux. Dar wrote about React 19 components and how it lets you write impossible React components, server-side rendered stuff. Dave here shipped Truckload. Helps you take lots of videos from one place and put them in another place. We broke it down for everybody today.
We broke it down hard, and I think that we got at least a bronze medal.
Yes.
That's it for summer launch week. Thanks for sticking with us through the recap of what we've done over the past week, and we'll see you in the next video.